When did taking care of yourself start to feel like a second full-time job? I don't know about you, but I feel like the wellness industry has gotten a little out of hand. So let's talk about it. Grab your coffee and let's get into it.
It's all over the place.
Wow, it's overwhelming.
Too much.
It's overwhelming. Are we part of the problem? I want to definitely talk about that. But before we get too far into this, I was realizing that I should have worn these red pants when it was closer to Christmas. But they're cute. I like them. You like my pants?
Yeah, they're cute.
The last time I wore these was when we went to Miami, and I was feeling pretty lean then, but these are I need to get them altered. The waist is huge. Like my waist came down so much on this cut.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? Like, when you put something on, you're like, damn, this feels so much looser.
Yeah, it's weird because I think it has to do with really targeting fat loss versus just losing weight.
Yeah, that's just more specific.
Which is why my waist is coming down so much, because it's fat loss.
Yeah. Yeah, because you built a lot of muscle. So your metabolism's healthy. You're not starving yourself to lose weight. Mm-hmm. Your calories are still up there, and you're still strength training. And you're not just, a lot of people go on a weight loss journey, and then for some reason they tend to lift lighter weights and do higher reps.
Yeah, they just automatically.
You don't have to do that. Keep lifting strong.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's interesting. Speaking of Miami, we'll be going again soon with One Up.
When do you predict?
March-ish timeframe, so soon. Soon, because this is probably like...
Comes quick.
Probably like a month from now.
What? Oh.
One Up.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're ready, though.
I'm excited.
We're like ready, like way ahead of the game ready.
Yeah. This time I can enjoy it, because last year
it was
a lot of stress at the same... We're moving. It was a lot of stress.
Our cortisol was running high.
Yeah, and I was sick.
Yeah, you were sick.
I was sick on that trip. I had all the medication. I was just trying not to let it take me down. That was the last time I got sick, really. But I was trying not to let it take me down. I'm trying to be a trooper, but I did not feel like my best self.
That's horrible.
And that sucks. I hate getting sick.
Especially on vacation. Yeah, you didn't get to enjoy it thoroughly.
No.
Because it is like a little vacation trip. And I think this year we need to extend it a little more.
Yeah, probably.
We got some friends we got to see.
Yeah, some clients.
Clients, yep.
I want to have a client dinner for anyone that wants to make it out. I need to do that. So we'll probably try to stay, because I just don't want to be so rushed, because the itinerary with One Up is very locked.
Locked.
Super locked. So we don't have time for anything else outside of that itinerary. So if we always go a day early, kind of do some shopping, but we need to stay at least a day longer.
Yeah. True.
That's what I think. I think that we'll enjoy it more. I also think I want to rent a car. I like having a car. We did the first year rented a car, and the second time we did Airbnb. I mean, not Airbnbs. Ubers.
You didn't like the Uber?
I feel like it was just a lot of hassle with the Ubering. I feel like with the car we can kind of have a little more freedom.
Well, if we stay longer, we have some friends that might be able to make it out to the Keys. I don't know if there's enough time.
I wonder what the time. We'd have to really stay longer.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the drive is like. It still depends. Need some caffeine?
Maybe after this episode, I'm going to need some caffeine. Anyways, before we, go down some rabbit holes, welcome to Candidly with Coffee, guys. Thank you so much for your support. I don't think that we talked about it in the last couple episodes. I can't believe I missed out, but this is officially, we're in season 7 now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. This is crazy.
Time flies, right?
Yeah. We just completed our 6th year of Candidly with Coffee. So it's kind of crazy. I mean, we've been...
And we just started. Like you said, sometimes if you could take anything from what the message or anything you just said, is you just got to start, because time goes by quick. When you start something, for example, a transformation, weight loss, fat loss journey, whatever journey you're on, and then you look back at the time, how fast it goes, it's kind of crazy, how quick it went.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to share some comments from one of our episodes. Kathy Meadows, which Kathy's a long-time client of mine. I love Kathy. She says, I've learned so much from you, things I know that will be with me for the rest of my life. That's so awesome. We've really touched a lot of people, specifically on this show. A comment from Rhonda. check out Andy Cook's meal prep video. He has some yummy, easy ingredient prep. She was giving us a suggestion.
Oh.
We have to check that out. I need some inspo.
Yeah.
I feel like I need some inspo lately.
Yeah. I want to take my cooking to another level.
And then Amy Celestial.111 says, Janine is the best coach and teacher. Her wisdom and generosity have made a big difference for me. Thank you so much, Amy. It's so nice, like we sit up here year after year, hundreds of episodes in.
Hundreds.
And sometimes you forget that you're reaching people. We're not talking to anyone. There's no one in this room.
No.
We forget that we're reaching people.
We're talking to the cameras.
Yeah.
But obviously it goes out to the world.
So it's nice to have the reminders that people are listening. They're learning, they're getting nuggets and gems, like we like to say, dropping gems and nuggets. And I don't know, it makes us feel good. So thank you guys so much for your support of our show all this time. It's why we continue to do it. And if you're not already following us on our Instagram, follow us there, candidly_with coffee. And leave us a 5-star review, please, on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Those reviews just really help us out. Also, Good Pods. We've ranked a few times on Good Pods in the top charts. So that's always exciting to see.
And if you love what we have to say and talk about, recommend us, refer us to all your coworkers, friends, family, everybody.
Yeah. So let's get into the wellness space a little bit. I want to go back to a conversation. You and I were walking down the supplements aisle at Costco, and we saw like ashwagandha or whatever. You're like, oh, I heard ashwagandha. We should be taking that, blah, blah, blah. And like, I felt myself like shut down. I was like, I can't. Like, it's too much. It's too much. You know what I mean? Like, I just like, it was the feather that pushed me over the edge. I'm like, no, I mean, I'm sure that it has benefits. I'm sure it does. But it's overwhelming, the amount of things, and it's mushrooms, it's ashwagandha, it's cortisol coffees, it's overwhelming. The wellness space is a $5 trillion industry.
5 trillion?
5 trillion.
Wow.
$5 trillion industry. And it is overwhelming.
Too much.
And look, I know, we're into like some things. We have our supplements, we do peptides, we do HRT, but I try to, those are things we added slowly after we locked in on the basics. And then we kind of did our research and added a couple of things here and there. But I really, like when my clients come to me, start asking me about stuff like that, like at the beginning I'm like, we're not even talking about any of that stuff right now.
No.
You need to just like get off your desk and eat some protein.
Get moving first.
Like it's overwhelming. And let me tell you this, you're not missing out on anything that's going to be like literally lightning in a bottle.
True.
So don't worry. Don't feel like, oh my God, I'm missing out. I could be taking this and that and this. And everybody else is taking everything under the sun. And that's why they look good and I don't.
That's not the low-hanging fruit at all. You got to work at the basics.
You're not missing out. So don't overwhelm yourself.
No.
I think what makes people overwhelmed, and I know because even I get overwhelmed and I am in this space and I know these things, but it's the social media. Because you watch people's social media and then suddenly you think like, oh my God, I'm not doing that. I should be taking that. I should be doing this. I should be doing that.
True. Especially with like peptides blown up in recent years. Everybody's peptides. Everybody's all of a sudden a peptide expert. They're there. So pushing peptides, that. Like, be careful if you do go down that road, who you get those from. Just don't start putting things in your body.
Nope.
A lot of little mom and pop stuff. You don't know if it's real. You gotta be careful. A lot of it, they come with disclaimers for research purposes only because they don't want to be held liable. So be careful before you start putting things in your body.
Yeah, and they also don't know your medical history. They don't know that maybe you shouldn't be taking certain things.
Yes.
Maybe those aren't good for you. And people that are promoting them aren't medical professionals.
No, they're not taking that into consideration. They have no medical. A lot of those people are promoting don't even have a background like in fitness. They don't even have certifications. Nothing. They're just lost weight, found what to do, what worked for them, and all of a sudden they think they're a professional. So they're preaching all this stuff out. There's too much of that going on. You gotta be careful.
It's annoying. And look, we work with Transcend and we talk about peptides, but I don't push them down people's throats. I'm not overly dependent on peptides. I feel personally I could stop taking all my peptides and maintain my physique just fine.
For sure.
it's kind of like, I like to think of supplements and peptides and things like that like the 1%. They're going to help you get 1% better.
Yeah.
But the way that people make it seem on social media is people are going to get 100%, double the speed of results. They're going to get 10 times more benefits. And it's really not that intense.
No, it's not.
I personally don't, think so.
People sauce it up too much.
They do. And I also feel like the industry makes it sound complex so that you become dependent on them and think you need them. You actually become dependent on taking it because you don't want to miss out on a potential benefit, but you're not, are you really getting the results? I personally feel that many times people take supplements and the results they get, they credit said supplements, but really the results are coming from the lifestyle adjustments they made along with taking those supplements.
True. They don't realize that.
Right.
You're sleeping better. You're eating better. You're getting steps. You're strength training. You're hydrating. Those are all low-hanging fruit that you can do that'll make you way better.
But then you're also taking this pill, then you're going to say, oh my God, look what this pill did for me. But you're not going to credit any of those habits that you also change simultaneously.
Which are the most important habits, by the way.
Yeah.
Because this pill and this peptide is not doing all that other work for you.
Yeah.
You're doing that work. Remember that.
And you know what happens? I have some clients that go down these rabbit holes quite a bit. The conflicting information sends them into a tailspin. They don't know which way is up or down.
They're lost.
Because
too much sensory overload.
Yeah.
There's too much information. That's the problem. You got to be careful with that.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't like to do that. I actually like to take very few things so that I can kind of be like, okay, no, let me just kind of like go all in on this for a long time and see what it does for me. I don't like to overdo it. I'm just very particular, cautious. Like even on this journey, I still take my NAD plus GHKCU because at the end of the day, my real like long-term focus is on trying to stay as youthful as possible for as long as possible. I feel like those are the best peptides for like skin and aging, and that's what my focus is on. But there's so much information out there from all these like wellness gurus that it's exhausting. Some of the ones that annoy me the most, I think peptides are amazing, by the way. I want to say peptides are amazing, are the way of the future. And that's one thing. But I do feel like you can go into a slippery slope, overdo it. They over expect results that aren't really going to happen. Okay, put that to bed. But some of the ones that bother me the most are like these special elixirs and things like cortisol coffee and X mushroom and this kind of coffee that has special herbs in it. And it's...
you know what disgusts me? Speaking on that is, I don't know whether I heard this commercial, but kept pushing that it's so good and this and that. It's mushroom coffee. I'm like, that sounds so goddamn gross. Mushrooms belong on a pizza or something in food, not in coffee. Those two do not mix well. What are you talking mushroom coffee? That's disgusting. I'm a coffee connoisseur, drinker. I know my coffee. I know my shit. No, that's a big ass no.
I don't know anything about the mushrooms, but I know it's a big trendy thing right now. What was another one that was trendy for a while? Well, for a while, people were putting coconut in their coffee and butter in their coffee.
Yeah, I did that during the keto phase. Put coconut for the fat.
I feel like the whole biohacking industry is just a little over the top too. What about that guy? Like that guy. There's this guy in the biohacking world.
Oh, he's not a doctor. He's a pretend.
He's trying to be as like young as possible.
Oh, that guy.
The metabolic guy.
Yeah. He's doing like flushing his blood and getting his kid to donate blood to him to put it in his body. His skin looks weird.
He actually doesn't look good.
No, he doesn't.
He's supposedly like reversing his age or whatever.
Yes.
He doesn't look good. He doesn't look like a healthy man.
He looks like he has jaundice. His skin looks yellowish.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't know his name.
Brian Johnson is his name.
And he's spending upwards of millions of something.
Millions.
Like, bro, you're not doing nothing, dog. You don't look like nothing. If me and you walked in a room, you're not lighting that room up.
I think what he has, to be honest, is mental illness.
Yes.
I think he's mentally ill.
That's crazy to me. Like you're just trying to do something like, no, man, work out, lift weights, eat right, hydrate, sleep, do all the things, the low-hanging fruit. I don't know why people always want to skip over that.
Another thing that's happened in the wellness industry that's annoying is a lot of them are becoming, it's like MLMs.
Oh, yeah.
They're multi-level marketing.
Yes.
So you've got all of these people promoting all of these different things, just, and everyone's making money. I mean, that's what the goal is, to sell you the snake oil and to make money off of you.
Yeah.
And that's that, Like, yes, I'm all about optimization. I know that's a buzzword in the wellness industry too. But again, I'm just realistic with crediting things before they're due credit,
Yeah.
Like you got to do things for a long time before you kind of can go back in hindsight and go, wow, like I think this is helping.
Like what does work that we know for a fact, without a shadow of a doubt, for one thing, that's not a peptide, is for sure HRT and TRT.
Yes.
100%.
Because it balanced our hormones. Our levels are in
100%.
normal levels and we felt better and immediately.
That's where you got to start with anything before any kind of peptide.
Yeah. In fact, that's what I did. When I first started with Transcend, they recommended me peptides and HRT right off the bat. And I declined the peptides. I said, no, I want to give me the HRT. Let me see how I feel. After I'm like, my hormones are good, I'll see what remains left that I want to optimize and kind of go from there instead of just throwing all the spaghetti at a wall and just seeing what happens. And then I ended up saying, okay, you know what? Now that I feel better, now I feel good enough to pursue my diet and exercise and all of that. Now I would like to pursue some anti-aging protocols. And that's when I started with the NAD plus first. And I've been doing that for 2 years. And then I implemented GHKCU 6 months ago. And now that I've been doing NAD plus for 2 years, when I go back and look at photos from 2 years ago to now, I do feel like the things that I've done for my aging, anti-aging, have slowed down the clock. Because I either look better now or the same now, and I should look older. Right?
I mean, you took a picture about our anniversary, and I looked a year apart. I looked more younger.
Yeah, you
and that
look
picture
brighter.
went crazy. Yeah,
but I can tell. I don't even have to tell you about not even pictures. Me looking at you, your face looks brighter. You don't have bags under your eyes. Your eyes are more open. Like you were just kind of like aging. Like your eyes were shrinking down and getting wrinkly.
Yeah.
So I notice a difference. It took that though. It took us looking back at pictures, then really starting to compare and think. But
in the middle of it, you don't feel nothing. No, you don't. You don't. And I feel like even people say, "Oh, it gives you tons of energy in AD plus." I think I'm immune to it. I don't feel much.
I feel sometimes a weird sensation when I take it. That's a normal side effect. But I don't feel. It's kind of like this. Sometimes women, they'll start a new skincare regimen. They're like neglecting their skin, not doing anything. Then they'll buy a new skincare system and they'll wash their face. And after a couple of days, they're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
My skin's amazing.
They're raving.
Do you know why your skin feels amazing? Because before you bought the skincare, you were neglecting your skin. You weren't doing anything. You would put a makeup wipe on a good day and just going to bed and showering and not putting any kind of skincare on. So now that you invested in the skincare, you're washing your face every day, you're exfoliating, you're doing all these things. It's the skincare brand is getting all the fruits and the flowers for the improvement really just coming because now you're doing something.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's why a lot of times these wellness companies, they benefit from the placebo effect, from just you spending a lot of money on something. So you want it so badly to work that you look for it to be working.
Of course.
I try not to do that. I really try to be so careful with, no, you know what? I do actually feel something from this, rather than just wanting to feel something.
Yeah.
I try to be careful because I don't want people to waste their money.
Yes.
There was a while ago I got serums from this very top brand, SkinCeuticals. They gifted me 2 serums, very expensive, supposed to make it seem like Botox in a bottle, blah, blah, blah. I wanted them to work because I was like, oh, wow, skin talks, this sounds amazing. I couldn't say that it did anything for me. So I'm like, I don't know. No, they're expensive too, so no. Then they sent me another serum that I noticed some immediate like changes in the skin texture of my face. So that one I'm like, you know what? This one I'd buy. Like this one I actually like.
Okay.
But I try to be that careful, like really pay attention.
So what do you think of this? This is probably in the same hemisphere. Those they sent it to you, those red light masks. You're a believer in that?
Yeah, I am. I do feel a tightness in my skin when I use the red light mask. And then I have another tool that it could be like the massaging or whatever, but like you'll put it on your face and it literally like gives you like an instant lift. The red light. There's a lot of good research on the red light mask. Also laser for like hair growth. I believe in that kind of stuff. But again, what I recommend for people trying to not overwhelm themselves is pick something that you want, that's bothering you, that you want to improve upon, and then do your research and invest in the things that you believe in that will help that, and just focus on that. Don't feel like you need to jump on every new thing that comes out and do that, because it becomes too much. First of all, it becomes too expensive. It becomes too time consuming, and you're just doing too much and accomplishing nothing at the end of the day. So kind of like pick. So my low hanging fruit was anti-aging. So that's the peptides I take. I implement the basics in my lifestyle to look and feel my best. And then in supplements, I pick the things that I know I need the most, like vitamin D, magnesium, like things that women in their 50s need, that are known. They're not snake oil. I don't do anything that's like, I take something for digestion. I don't do a lot of like snake oily stuff. I try to be careful not to increase my monthly burn rate too much.
Yeah.
Too many supplements that's why I had the shutdown in Costco when you said the ashwagandha. I'm like, I can't. No more. I can't do it.
Yeah, like how much more is it really going to benefit us? You're
Yeah,
right.
and
that's a good point.
Right.
How much you spending that whatever extra $100, whatever it's going to cost you?
Right.
How much more is it really going to benefit you?
Right.
It's going to be, if there's going to be a huge difference, then I'm all in. Hell yeah, of course. But if it's going to be minuscule,
then I'm like, nah. Yeah. That's how you have to think about it. You have to weigh it out like that and think, is this worth adding to my monthly burn rate? If it's a cream, okay, is this cream $100 a month? Now my life has just got $100 a month more expensive.
Yeah.
$1,200 a year more expensive. Is that worth it? And you have to start thinking about that, because you can't add on it to everything. It's not going to work. And
where does the buck end?
This is what I'm going to leave you with. None of it matters if you're not doing the basics.
Nothing.
None of it. Zero.
It's not going to work.
Because that is what has the biggest impact, and it's also the cheapest. Walking in sunlight.
Yes.
Strength training, drinking water. Those things. If you're not doing those things, you better not be doing any of this other gimmicky shit. You better be just locking in.
Work on that sleep.
Right. The low-hanging fruit first. Then you decide what's worth adding into your burn rate, what is the most important thing, and then you go from there. But don't overdo it. Wellness should fit into your life. It shouldn't consume your life. It should be additive, supplemental. It shouldn't be your whole life. On the next episode, we're going to tackle the tug of war so many women are stuck in between discipline versus self-compassion. This is going to be a good one, so we'll see you there.